When we come back, from summertime fun to school time learning, an expert shares her tips on easing into the school year. The first day of school is less than a week away, and to make the transition a little smoother, we have therapist and author Rebecca Bush with the R.E.A.D.Y method. So just start by walking us through this. What is the R.E.A.D.Y method?
So back to school, right? It's top of mind for so many people. And so for kids, any kids, whether you have a learning difference or not, we want to be ready. So it's routines, environment, acknowledge those big feelings, start those discussions early, and the big one, yield to grace, because no one's perfect.
Yeah, so when do you recommend starting that transition? We're less than a week out now, so.
Now.
Okay, so
if you haven't already. Yeah, especially with bedtime routines, because we all get off those routines during the summer. So start early, as early as possible, to get them back into those routines, back to your bedtime that you want, getting up when they need to, all of those things.
What time do you recommend, pushing bedtime back to?
So actually kids need way more sleep than we think they do. So as adults, we need, around 8 hours, but kids really need 10 to 12.
Wow.
Yeah, so especially teenagers, they really are closer to that 12, and we know they don't get that. So just do the math. If you got to leave at 7, you're up at 6. That puts you to bed pretty early. So try to get as close to that 10 or 12 as you can.
Okay, so how do we transition into talking about school? I know a lot of kids may not be so excited, may be a little anxious. How do we bring up those conversations?
First of all, and that's where that acknowledge the big emotions. We all have them, right? We're feeling nervous. We don't know what's going to happen, especially if it's a new campus, a new school. So just say, hey, I feel it too, right? I'm nervous as well, and let them know that's okay. If you can go to back to school nights, so that they can see the environment, see where they're going, that will really help. But also just say, I don't know what's going to happen the first day, but I promise you I will be here afterwards to talk about it.
Okay, I like that, yeah. So what else should we keep in mind when it comes to making this a smoother transition into the year?
If we think about how kids' brains work, they're very visual. So instead of having a whole list of things that they need to remember to do every morning, take a picture. So have them get dressed for school, backpack, water bottle, all the things that they need. Take their picture, print it out, and put it in the garage door wherever you leave. So then you can say, do you have everything in your picture? Are you ready to go?
Oh, that's so smart. That's an easy way of not stressing them out. They could just look at the picture and figure out what they need and what they have. Do you think back to school shopping kind of helps the excitement a little bit? I know for me it did as a kid. So
absolutely does. Yeah, it lets kids take ownership over the process as well. So for kids, when they go through their day, there's so many decisions that are outside of their control. But what they wear to school, obviously within uniform or dress code, can be within their control. So letting them choose their backpacks, letting them choose their new shoes, gives them that kind of ownership over what's happening.
Yeah, any advice for parents that may be sending a kid off to school for the first time and are feeling a little anxious about that too?
Take a deep breath and trust the professionals. I was in the classroom for over 8 years. I promise you, your child's teacher will love them, will do everything they can to help them, and you all want the same thing.
Yeah.
So trust the school, trust your teachers.
I love this advice, great advice. So thank you so much, Rebecca, for coming here, making the drive from Houston, right?
Yes, yeah I'm in Houston.
Thank you.